Another opportunity, another day to live, another chance to contribute, another chance to make a difference in life. It is ridiculously impossible to become a human being. I am one. I have other good things going for me as a human being, and I'm just grateful. You're dwelling and looking at what you don't have versus looking at what you have. You are alive against stupendous odds. You are breathing air, observing sunsets, gazing into the night sky. Most people who could exist will never experience that. I need to constantly remind myself I'm not yet where I want to be, but I know I'll get there. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm grateful. I'm so grateful that I'm not where I used to be. I find 10 things to be grateful for before my feet hit the ground. 10 things, and they can't cost money. And especially if I'm feeling strained and stressed, I go over my gratitude list because gratitude will reduce stress all day long. Happiness only requires that you are grateful. If you got $1 billion and 3 beautiful children that love you and a beautiful husband and wife, but it doesn't matter what you have if you're not grateful. If you live in an emotional home, a habitual pace of worry and frustration, your life's gonna worry. Woo! Let's go, let's go. Good morning, fam. Rise and shine. Another blessed and grateful day. As always, super excited to be on here with you, fam. Happy Tuesday, the 7th of May, and already this month is freaking flying by. Time is quick. Time waits on none of us, so let's go ahead and make the most of it. Dreamers, it's good to see everybody. Rudge in the building. Cedric, let's go. Shane and Talina, 1 week into the 30-day challenge. I love to see it, fam. And we're moving in stride. So powerful to see it. Day 8 of phase 2. Love to see it. Let's go. So today, fam, we're going to be talking about a couple different things, leaning into the power of awareness, how we can go ahead and really mold our own identity instead of letting it go ahead and be placed by the world, placed by our parents, placed by school. So we can go ahead and break off the armor that's not really ours and shed the real truth that's on the inside. So fired up, fam. Let's get a little bit of gratitude down below, and we're going to go ahead and kick off this party ASAP. This is going to be a good one. Here we go. IG is tapped in. Molding the identity. Love it, love it, love it. Here we go, fam. Awesome. IG is here. So good to see everybody. Grateful to be alive. Thankful for each and every single one of you. Grateful for God. So thankful to be able to grow, to be able to breathe, to be able to elevate, to be able to learn, expand the knowledge, expand the wisdom, get more experiences, and move the needle forward, right? The principle of Kaizen, 1% every day. You already know we've got the writing in. Was taking some serious notes this morning. We've got the journal. Deep emotions were felt today. This was a great session. Love to see it. Ocean Daydreams, it's good to see you. Love it, love it. There's a lot to be thankful for. Powerful Monday momentum. I don't know if you guys see what's going on, but we have rank ups, we've got withdrawals, we've got new members joining, we've got 2 and free scholarships being knocked out. So there's a lot that's happening right now, and it's time. It is definitely that time. Thought you started on the first. Yep. I'm right there with you. We're on the same day. Cedric might have got a little bit of a head start. Not sure. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. Love it, fam. So when it comes to the power of awareness, molding the identity, a couple different things. First thing I want to talk about, and this is always a great refresher because once again, Neno talked about the basics. And the basics is something that can be done religiously, right? Over and over again. And the best part about this is it's duplicatable. So first thing is 4 questions. What can we start? What can we stop? What can we do more? What can we do less? Easy 4 questions. We all cover that all the time, so we don't need to go ahead and get deep on that, but it's always a great reminder. So as homework, I've already knocked out mine. I did mine this morning.
What can we do more? What can we do less? What can we start? What can we stop? So these are all crucial things. Like even for me, start getting heavily into the crypto side, right? Now that we've passed April, these next 6 months, 8 months are going to get really important for those that are tapped in, getting the knowledge ahead of the curve so we can really go ahead and make sure that we're staying tapped in with all of the relevant information because the world's changing. The second you think you know it, we know nothing. So that's my do more. What can we start? What can we stop? Right? Starting. As far as for myself, getting back into yoga, something I haven't been doing in a while. And I know that's something that's a weakness for mine. So I want to go ahead and run at some of my weaknesses, right? What can I do more? Posting. I know I know I need to go ahead and put out more content, more value, more of myself. Just like all of us, we can all do more. We can all start. We can all stop, do less. So 4 great questions. Second thing I want to go ahead and get into for today is this. And this is interesting because this is a perfect example how we can all relate on how we all mold our identity. Think about it. The last time that we traveled somewhere, guys, drop it down below. Where was the last place that everybody traveled to? Go ahead and drop it down below. I know for a lot of us, we went out to AZ. So think about it. When we were out in AZ, did you guys feel a little bit different than being back at home? What was the energy? Was the aura? Was the foods? Was the experience a little bit different? Shane was out in Palm Beach. I know Shane was out relaxing by the pool with his family. How was that energy being away from home in a different environment with a different breeze, a different smell in the air? It's different. And you know what's interesting? Sometimes when we travel, we almost create a different identity for ourselves, right? Because we're in a new area, we're somewhere that's new, we're fired up, we're excited. Might feel very disconnected, but for the most part, it can be pretty exciting. And we start creating all of this self-talk that we might not have had before. And it's interesting because we're the same person, but we're just in a different setting. Now, think about the identity of maybe we could role play this anywhere. What is our identity when we walk into maybe somewhere like a hospital? Now the identity, maybe we start to shrink. We start to get afraid. We start to belittle ourselves and lose our confidence. This is the identity that we created based on the different settings that we're in. Think about it at a baseball game or maybe a sports event. How many of you guys have ever been to a game? Football, baseball, maybe a basketball game. What is your identity like when you're at that game? Maybe you're screaming so loud and you don't care what anybody says. You can finally let loose. You can finally let all that energy out because the identity. You're in a place where you're not really worried about what anybody else thinks. So what if we took that same perspective and we were able to go ahead and take that anywhere that we go? This is why Sadhguru says every morning we get the choice to either wake up and choose joy or we can wake up and choose misery. And this is literally creating our identity every day that we wake up. The reason why we journal, the same reason why we write our goals is to get in that frequency, get in that vibration as if it's already happened. So maybe for some of you guys this week, let me know, what are some goals for this week? Some of you, let me know. Maybe you guys want to go ahead and enroll 5 purchases this week. Maybe you're looking to go ahead and get 10 sales in your e-commerce store. Maybe you're looking to go and withdraw enough to pay off a light bill, enough to pay off one of your bills. Whatever that goal is, when we start really getting in tune, when we start really getting tapped in to the feeling as if it's already done, you hear it all the time, but there's a reason why. Investing a certain amount into the portfolio. I love it. That's huge. So what are the steps that need to be done to go ahead and allow that to happen? What are the steps? Maybe we know the strategy. You know we can get on Go Live. We can start copying some swipe coin trades. We can start copying some Blaze trades. But at the same time, we also know strategy, if not in the right state, is useless. Think about it. If we get on swipe coin today, we take a trade and maybe one trade goes negative, maybe the second trade goes negative, and we start creating this self-talk like, man, trading is just not for me. It's just not working out. And then we miss out on the next 3 trades that could have been winners, that could have literally gave us an extra 20% inside of our trading account. But because we created a negative identity, we closed and blocked the blessings that were coming into the future. There's a famous book that's written. I got to double check the name, but I believe it's called The 51st Door. And basically what it talks about is door knocking, right? I talk about this story sometimes, but I love to go back because this is all identity. This is dealing with trials and tribulations and still having enthusiasm to be able to keep going. And what it talks about inside of the 51st door is it says that there's an individual who's door knocking in sales, and he's walking from one door to the next, and he keeps getting no's, rejection, objection, slammed in his face. And every door, he's just like, man, I know this next one's going to be for me. I know I'm going to see success. Maybe it might not be 3 doors, might not be 7, but I know today I'm going to see success. And he went through 50 doors, and he got 50 no's slammed in his face. That's not easy. None of us like being rejected. None of us like being told no. But at the same time, this is how the universe works. You ever heard the story 3 feet from gold? Man spends all of this money digging to go ahead and get gold, and he quits 3 feet from gold. This is the exact same thing. The perfect story. Guess what? He knocks on that 51st door, and that next door ended up being one of the biggest sales of his life, and he went on to become one of the top insurance agents in the industry ever. But that 51st door allowed him to create a whole new identity for himself. Because he started to see, even if things aren't working out my way, I can still create that identity. I am a winner. I am growing. Think about it. Every time that he got a no, he learned moving on to the next door. He learned how to handle objections better. He came to that door with more confidence. He came to that door knowing that it is just a matter of time. And I believe this happens with every single one of us. It's going to happen with trades. You're going to lose trades. It's going to happen in e-commerce. Some products, they're not going to hit. It's going to happen with people joining your business. Not everyone's going to see the vision. Some people are not going to be here in 6 to 12 months. But I'm here to tell you, you never know what trade could be that trade to literally change the game for you, especially when we're talking about investing. One coin that you invest in over this next 6 to 12 months with Blockchain Cobain, DeFi Mike, Nick Gomez, you never know what that could do. One video, one post can open doors that we could never even imagine. But it's believing it. It takes knowing that you can do it. If you guys believe that you have quantum leaps inside of you, let me see some 555 down below, because I want to give you the next piece to really molding your identity. I want to give you the third and final piece for today to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Trev in the building, my man. Yo, it has been a while. Sending love over to you, brother. Cody, I see you. Let's go. Ready? Here's the last piece for today. And this is big. It's called U squared. Okay? You guys can go on Amazon. You can go on Google. You'll find this thing everywhere. You'll even be able to find some free audios on YouTube. I'll actually double check. I might have the PDF. So remind me after we get off this call. Double check to see if I have the PDF for you. But U squared, if you're looking to really go ahead and mold your identity, if you're looking to go ahead and create some quantum leaps in all different areas of our life, just like everybody on this call is, I believe this is one of those books that can absolutely create that aha moment, create that what they call a light bulb moment. Mina said something fascinating yesterday. She said, all right, we all know that most of us are habitual creatures, right? We have similar habits, and 97% of people are drifters. They go by in life and they're not really thinking too much. So she said one of the easiest ways to allow any single one of us to think, to grow our knowledge, is to read. Reading. Think about it. There's never going to be a problem. There's never going to be an experience that any one of us are going to go through that somebody hasn't already written about it in a book. This is why things like GoPro exist. Business of the 21st Century. Robert Kiyosaki. They've already laid out the keys for us because they've already went through crashes. They've already lost businesses. They've already lost their family. They've already lost so many different things. But they already wrote how to get through a silent depression like we're going through right now. All these things are already written about. It's already happened in history. And this is why they say history repeats itself. And when you do your homework, we can go ahead and get prepared for what is to come. So, fam, this is 3 different ways to go ahead and mold the identity. Number 1, asking those 4 questions. What can we start, stop, do more, do less? Number 2 is thinking about anytime that we vacation, anytime that we go places, we tend to change our identity. Right? Imagine going to DR on the beach with the family. Think about it, out in Punta Cana or even out in Mexico. We're all enjoying an amazing dinner. We're going to feel different sitting at that table than we are at sitting maybe at home right now in our room, or maybe sitting in a bedroom, maybe listening to this from work. The identity is going to be different, I'm telling you. But we don't have to wait until we get out there. We can shift that identity right here, right now. So it's all good, fam. It is on the way. And last but not least, the third piece to really shifting the identity is understanding reading is powerful. And one of the best books that we can go ahead and get into is U Squared, right? We have books all about this industry. We have books when it comes to, think about it, personal development, building a brand, the emotional side, spiritual side, the Bible. The Bible has created more millionaires than any other book ever written. What is that? It's a book. Power of reading. So a great book that everybody can dive into is U Squared. Time to refocus, lovely. You already know we got about 6 months left to go ahead and really end this year with a bang, fam. That's it. 6 months. And then December's here. Christmas is coming up. People definitely get lazy towards the last month. So 6 months. If you guys are ready to lock in, not just for anybody else, but first and foremost for yourself, for ourselves. It's hard to pour into anybody else if our cup is empty. So my goal for everybody today is to go ahead and fill up our cup, create this identity that we are great, we are powerful, we are limitless, we are God's highest form of creation. The moment that we truly believe that and soak that in, life starts to open doors to the right people, places, and opportunities. Just like Shane and Talina just locked in an amazing power couple. Why? Because he's vibrating high. Even through what's happening right now, still pushing through and just manifested an amazing, powerful couple coming into the organization, holding the vision, trusting the process, believe in yourself, fam. 24, it is the Kobe year, Mamba mentality. So drop a 3 down below for yourself, fam. You guys are diving into the Mamba mentality. If you guys are hungry, you're ready for success, you're ready for growth, because I'm with each and every single one of you. Let's go ahead and make the most of today. It is Tuesday, product call. Stay tuned for tonight. Stay tuned for 9 p.m. Don't be afraid to go ahead and share this. People are looking for this opportunity, and let's go out and turn these dreams into reality, fam. Remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. 30-day run. It's game time, fam. Let's grow.